We're live. We're live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ryan, Adam, John. That sucks. Your transmitter wouldn't do nothing for you, bro. You already got there and burned the sky up and damn transmitter. I've done that before. I run my battery all the way down on mine. I don't listen to it. I went out one day to the park, rode all the way to the park, didn't have no spare batteries for the transmitter. Low, she'll say, low battery, Amber will say that. When she says that, I turn the transmitter off. Well, land the quad, you know. Think there's an issue with the power switch. That sucks. EBR, welcome. Hey, hey, hey. Man, you've been killing it. I've been I gotta catch up on your flights, but killing that spot, bro. Going through them like hedges, like shoo. I love it. Carlos is picking it up too. That chameleon, man, he had that split S smoothed out. Good to see, like, everybody's still gaining and learning and doing things. Oh, Ryan, it's we just started. It'll pick up. I know, don't he? Night train. I had one of my rechargeable batteries.
There you go, John. I don't do disco, babe.
Dang, Mike. Yeah, they will. It'll sometimes just act crazy. So I keep the I use a LiPo in mine. I think it's a 2700 milliamp hour 2S. It's actually, what power pack was that? It's for a drone that I got. I forget what drone that was. But I also keep the regular battery thing in mind with the little with double A's. I keep that in there too. Yes, Adam, you have a wrench. Please just don't boot no one or do something with it.
Just don't click anything, Adam.
Oh man, the bunny. We have a house bunny. He runs the house.
That is Acro.
That is Acro. Yes, he saw the video.
Acro's gonna be a year old. Well, his 1 year gotcha day for us is October 19th. That's when we adopted him.
Yeah.
So
he is cool.
He's a house bunny, free roam, only up at night, and does not mind quads or anything. So
he's still a tad bit shy when I fly in the house. Like, they'll open the door, and I'll be flying outside, not with a 5-inch, looks like a toothpick or something, or a whoop, and I'll come ripping through the back door when they open up the door, and he's gone. But we used to have one, Mr. Snuggles, and he didn't care. You could just fly up to him, and he would just be like, and I would never get close enough to even harm him, with it. But yeah, Acro, he is cool. He is really cool. We don't have.
This bunny here blocks a window, so
yeah,
the glare does not hit on the computer screen and the camera.
Oh, okay. He's asking what was up with the bunny blanket.
I'm not sure, because you did the Acro bunny video.
Yeah, because I just did that video. That's what I thought.
So I'm not sure which it is.
Cool, yeah, John. Let's see some disco moves. Dancing, dancing. RC crazy. What's up, Eric?
He's been grocery shopping.
Grocery shopping. Oh,
fun. Like,
thank you, Ryan. Yeah, that's an LED strip that Crystal actually got off of Amazon. It's got a remote. You can do all kind of stuff with it. You can make it flash real fast, but I kind of don't.
You
just
can make
in case.
It solid colors.
Just in case people are epileptic or whatever, it can make them have a seizure. So kind of just like a moderate flash. Chuck it in the howls. What up? Yeah, with 3 kids, that was fun, right? Holy cow! They're like, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that, I want this. Well, you mean Tiffany with 4 kids, right?
Right.
There she is, Eric, little monster. This thing, like I said, it's fun to fly. Fast little joker. One thing I don't like about it is the buzzer on it. It kind of buzzes too as you fly. I know you can go in beta flight and turn it off, but I just never fooled with it. But it flies good. You can touch everything, right?
Sounds like somebody else I know.
Cool beans, Eric. And I figured because you're gonna get tired out eventually to power. And that thing, it's got plenty of power running 2S. Texas Pete or Frank's, that's a must. So how you like that Nazgal EBR? Kaz, what's up, Wayne? I gotta switch red TPU so I can print him that thing.
Well, get it done.
Dang. Get it done, I gotta plug it in. And get it warmed up. Maybe that wasn't that one. The Arc. I printed this for Bill, Newfound Drone Productions. It's for FEMI, the new FEMI drone transmitter. Kind of slides over the transmitter and just sunscreen for sides. Pretty cool. 18.5-hour print for that TPU. Figure that way it won't mess the transmitter up. Play. Great card. Yeah, you really can't beat that thing for the price. That thing is on point. One thing, I did find a couple things with the EBR. I found one, go through it, make sure you tighten the screws down in it. And did you notice how the FPV antenna, they had that that mount, and if you flexed it, it popped out that little MMCX connector? I run some solder across there to stop it from doing that. That's about the only thing that I could pretty much find with it. I didn't go out and run it too hard, but I flew one pack through it, and basically when I fly, I'm a one packer. Like I can get it all done in one pack. Like when I start flying more and more and more and more, that's when my mind starts turning and I start doing crazy stuff and start breaking things.
The more he thinks about it, the more trouble there is.
Jimbo in the house. Whoop. Thanks, Wayne. Appreciate it. The LEDs. You probably lower the lights in here, make it look a little disco. Ooh, there you go. That's better. Oh, he did go to Sun. Look at him, lazy joker. Should have cooked you a nice steak. You're out Chuck's way, bro. You're only like what, probably an hour away from him? 3 hours? Same, right? Let me go ahead and start this preheat this printer and go ahead and get this red in there. I get a new panel for my birthday.
Oh, of course John would remember that.
What?
John said, I remember when Crystal forbidden you from flying with the GoPro. Now look at you. Yeah, but John, that was when he only had one. And you see how he is.
Oh, I put him through hell. They definitely go through hell. That's why you won't see me put the Hero 5 Black on it too much. No. I can already tell you what would happen to that.
Exactly.
But that 3, the Hero 3, I'm going to tell you what, that's one tough cookie. I've smacked this thing off the ground many a times. And when I use it on a solo, everybody's like, wow, what camera did you use? I'm like, the Hero 3, I think it's the Hero 3 Silver. Mm-hmm. Plus, yeah.
Plus.
Yeah. Power up still?
It better.
I haven't used it forever.
Lucy, you got some explaining to do.
No, it's that. Oh no, that's right. You can't just push the record button on this one. See, the older ones you forget. Oh, it did come on.
You act surprised.
No, it's no, it works fine.
I'm starting to wonder.
No, see this one. You can just push the record button. It'll pop on. The GoPro, the Hero 3 won't do that. Food here, running home. I immediately put the TPU stuff.
Drive, Jim. It's quicker. We've already had that discussion.
I hear you, EBR, so you took that TPU off. You know, on the arms, it looks good when the screws are loose, but when you tighten them down, do you see how it kind of rolled around and kind of rolled down? So even on a crash, it's going to hit and pop off anyway. So I was telling Ryan about that, and he's like, yeah, just take it off, because he's got the 6S version one. You do not want your motor coming off one of those. And you know, when I was looking at it coming out the box, you know, I touched one of them little thumb screws that holds the stack down, and it was severely loose, and I was like, I was like, let me run through this thing just to make sure and see if, you know, all the screws are loose. Oh my God, it was severely loose. So yeah, I found the same things you did. So that's not bad for what, 189. You get a coupon and get it down to like 169, 160 area. That's not bad at all for that. And that quad, like I said, the Zing E-motors, they're on point. They're just as quality as the Primo motors to me. I run the Primos and them. Plummet, what's up? A little more light here. But yeah, they're
Acro says, yes, please, it's dark.
Hey, bud. Russell got a ball for him today. It's crazy. Oh, you got your 3D printer? Sweet. Just take your time, bro. Yeah, you ain't doing any shots with before you start putting that together, I hope, because you're gonna have the, everything going upside down. I gotta go grab the roll red.
No, you're not getting cheese yet.
I got purple and everything else out, but red. Christmas. John, the Russian hairdo. Yeah, exactly. That's what I figured out, about 220 roughly in that quad, easy. And that's not taking the time to build it, you know. Definitely in the bind and fly
Sweet.
king category, because the Hawk 5 was definitely the B&F for a while. Nice. When right out the box with them, Adam, Plummet, because the little Adam's in here too. Just make sure your bed is level. I've seen the bed just have a little warpness to it. Make sure all your corners are level, and you should have no problem with that. That thing's pretty much easy to set up, as you can see, and getting it going does not take much. Like a lot of people,
and sometimes the bed comes with a slight bend. We've heard that also happen to people.
But you're gonna have fun, man. 3D printing is awesome. Like, it is really cool to be able to make your own stuff. When you need something, if you're doing it to get rich, to sell things, it's not going to happen. I can already tell you this. Take it back apart, put it back in the box. I'll give you half what you pay for now. I'm kidding.
John, Samantha.
I know you're doing it for just
Samantha is Kaz's wife.
Samantha, welcome.
John's like, huh?
Yeah, that's what
Samantha?
That's why I said hopefully we can get in y'all's park. I really like that place, and I got some quads together now, so.
I know, I can't wait myself.
I can break some things. Yeah, but look, there's many videos online about that. Carlitos in the house. What up, my nigga? Yeah, I can't wait. We're gonna get down there and rip. Oh, let me grab some red TPO. I'll be right back, guys.
So who flew today, this week? We haven't got to see everybody this week, so catch us up. Who flew? Who crashed? Did y'all have fun doing it? It's always fun flying, so crashing is sometimes fun, sometimes not. But at least you always have a good story to tell. You know, it's kind of like fishing. Even if you have a fish that's only this big, by the time that story gets all the way around, that fish is like, yes, big. Hopefully tomorrow. Ryan, you didn't fly at all this week? Again, little Adam, you crashed into a wall?
Again, she says.
Well, I mean, he broke his one before.
When you guys, if you get into 3D print and you have rolls like this, and I keep them in like a big tub thing, always unroll some. Don't be scared to unroll it, because you want to make sure it doesn't have no tangles
or weak spots.
I've only done it once, had a tangle. It's like 3 a.m. The print was almost done, and it just I'm like, oh, you bitch. But so I learned to do that.
Look, Carlos flies so much he can't remember what days he doesn't fly.
Carlos is a flying fool. He flies some crap out.
He was like, I flew the day before yesterday. Possible yesterday. I can't remember. Yeah, I flew yesterday. Brain fart. So I said he flies so much he can't remember when he doesn't fly. Chuck's hitting up some wicked garages tomorrow.
I have been loading the TPU in without taking the extruder apart. So far, knock on wood, I've been dropping it right in. So I know where we're live. I won't do it this time, probably. Gotta be able to see the hole first, though. There we go. Look at that. Shit is good. Good at finding that hole with my fingers. All right. We'll run a little test print and get all that.
I know, John. You tried to fly today. No bueno. That's just because your controller did not want to work with you.
John, send your transmitter to Les Mo. He will get your transmitter going for you, bro.
Oh, no, you didn't.
John just spit his beer out. He just took a drink of. I know he did.
Oh.
He's like, I can't believe he went there.
Oh, God. Oh, shit.
I always print threaded standoffs. So I have like tons of them in different colors. That's what I'll do when I change colors. Just to get the color all out of everything out of there. I don't think Wayne wants a red smear with black. Now. Alright, we're good.
Adam said, I'm hearing not to use the feed tube and to slide it directly into the machine.
So yeah, don't you have to have a mod for that though? So you're talking the machine like here, don't come in right here and let the extruder push it all the way down. That works fine, only if you're trying to use like TPU. If you're using TPU,
he's got TPU coming.
That you might want to look up like a video for the Ender on TPU. There's some of them that run it. If anyone's in here that runs an Ender, that runs TPU, speak up, fool. I think, like I said, I know for PLA and all, you're good to run it the way it comes, but I'm not sure unless it's TPU, because TPU, you know, it's just soft, so it kind of push its way and crinkle up. Because I have to put inside my machine, I have to put this. So what happens is you have a guide wheel here. You have it's like a coarse wheel here, right here. Bless you. You have like this, it sets like that, and then the TPU goes down through the hole, and then the spring there. So you have to do that, because if not, in your machine, just that tiny little movement will cause that thing to not flow TPU. Once I found that out and dropped these in my machine, oh my God, on point. And that's what I just printed this tonight for, because my bottom one then will go with the TPU, and I don't have to sit and wait when I'm trying to do something.
Did you see what John said?
Oh no, what did John say? But I would love to buy another
No, not from that.
I'm not Junkie Master.
Whoops.
Right? Tell him, Carlitos. X-Lite or QX7, John. Every time you go to fly. Doo-doo. I can talk shit about the jumper. I had it. I had 2 of them to be exact.
Yeah. No comment.
It is a good thing to have if you're, well, I can't say that because I'm into multiple drones. I'll tell you where the problem with me was with it. Number 1, I didn't give it my full attention. Number 2, it is not easy to set switches and up on that thing. Like, you have to jump over hoops, dive down tunnels, and stuff like that. And then to update it with the DFU, hang that up. I was lost on that part. Door number 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah, he says he sounded like he was on Monty Hall.
Monty Hall.
Let's make a deal. John says, I like the jumper. If one has one, let's make a deal. Sound like Monty Hall.
I did make a deal already with mine, John. Birdman, got it. While back. Bill, welcome, newfound. I was just showing it off earlier. Crystal actually looked the transmitter up because she wanted to see how it went on. She was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." I didn't even realize it was said Femi and all that on it. That's pretty cool. And whoever made it, I guess they put their little logo on it, or designed it rather. Because everything I get's off of Thingiverse. I don't design pretty much nothing. All credit to dudes on Thingiverse. And if you try to leave them credit, it's like they haven't set their full page up or something. So it's like you can never leave them credit for doing it. It's a button you click. But Crystal will figure it out on the shipping. She's good at that. Can you hold it and just say how much? Like that look.
With the box and all, it'll probably be £2.
Okay, gotta eat. All right, John. Eat your dinner, bro. Enjoy. So who's flying this weekend? Anybody got set up to go anywheres? Meet up. I'm meeting up with Kaz, Wayne. We're gonna go to I say the Berlin Park, but I think it's some kind of, I forget what they call it. That place was nice though. Carlos knows. Back to that spot, the lights.
No, you're not gonna get hung up on the lights again.
If you guys saw my video with the lights, that place. No, Plum, you want to put it on something that's level. You want to start out with something that's level, and then that makes life so much easier for you, and then level the bed itself. Once you get it all set up and get it in place where you're not going to move it around no more, and then level the bed.
Yeah, because like that one is clamped down in place. The one on the bottom's not yet.
Wait. Just need to jump start for the lights. That it was up there. You don't realize that until you like stand there looking up there like, whoa.
Chuck is flying some parking garages tomorrow.
He's gonna break some shit.
Plum, are you flying tomorrow, or are you getting everything printing tomorrow?
I ain't breaking nothing. I'ma fly like a beach. Y'all know that's a lie. As soon as I get in those goggles. Yeah, I got videos.
Say one thing and do another.
I got videos on YouTube I haven't released yet, but I drowned my Hawk 5. Which, you know what's funny? The day I drowned it, guess what shirt I had on? The perfect shirt for the occasion. Paul, Drone Bum. If you guys don't know Drone Bum is, stop over, check him out. He's actually been helping out on a recon mission for a quad for us up in New York. So appreciate you, Paul, again for that. Thank you for your time. Drone worship into his house. Hopefully you're still on that. Oh, get done dinner. What you making good tonight?
He's not.
Oh.
He snuck outside so he can send you a message that he's having dinner and hopefully we'll still be on after. So shh, go enjoy your dinner. We got you.
I won't talk too loud so no one can hear me. We out back flying. I know you're out back flying something. You're like me. Like I go out on the deck and grill. Next thing I know, I'm out there ripping a quad through the yard.
Jim's over there stuffing his face with boneless buffalo chicken wings and tater tots.
You think Carlos God was on my side that day? I have to admit. Especially for not having turtle mode on that. That was very, very, very lucky. Man, if I was probably that much more over onto that ramp, onto the catwalk, which I'm getting a quad. There's no, trust me, I'm trying to get a quad that's in New York right now off a roof. So that close, it's not going to stop me. Wayne, I hate to do it to you, bro, but you know what I mean?
No, I can see you all now. Rusty's at work tomorrow, you guys, or
yeah,
Sunday.
Russell done said he'd be like, I'll be down there climbing up there. You don't have to worry about that. I'm like, no, I couldn't ask no one to climb up there. That's just crazy. Break a back over quad. I got plenty of you see this big rhinoceros thing here? She'll pick it up. She might do this in the air, but you just gotta wait. Just
Chuck said you best be releasing that Brando video.
Night, Adam. Hello, Adam. The Brando video. Hey, little Adam, Crystal, get with your mom and see if when we'll figure out when we're meeting up, and then we'll get with you about that. Because Wayne has a son, Eli. That'd be cool. You guys hook up, play. OG in the house. Welcome, Brian. Appreciate you stopping by, brother. You know what I'm saying to Rusty? Oh, you were saying goodnight to Rusty. Oh, okay. See, look how black it is at the bottom when I first started. Now we're good. I think I got to get the file back on my there too. Let me go grab that file. Yeah, definitely. When you want to do it, Wayne? You want to do it tomorrow? I'm itching to fly. See, that's why I do that. You see how the top of that's black? That would have turned out in the print. So that's where it began, and that's the end of it. Nice and red. I know Wayne loves his red. John says, DW talks back. I got my ears on blast. What else? I tried to fix that. Bill, the toothpick to get, bro, the Tyro 69 is really nice. The only thing that I found with it that I would mod would be the camera, but it flies great. Just when you go above, when you go above some of the cameras, it's the AIO experience. If a lot of people never flown those all-in-one cameras, so they don't know what I mean by the AIO experience. But it like blocks the sun out, puts a black light over it. But it was flyable. I could rip it all through my yard. I got a video on there for it. If you're interested, and there's a link on my channel that you could click there for it. But yeah, it's nice. I went ahead and sent it to Chuck it. FPV, he's up in here. So wait till he gets it and rip on it, and we will see what it's worthy of. It's definitely nice. I just didn't want to bash it all around. I got a toothpick and I ran it just about as hard as I run mine. So I found the 300s and the 350 milliamp batteries work real well. You get about 5 minutes. Well, not about 5 minutes of flight. Yes, Ryan's got one coming too. He said, "I'll fuck that thing up." More than likely, Chuck, but just before you go mod it, fly it the way it is. That way you can at least say you burned some packs to it. Oh man. So what's been up to, OG? Bring your RD, huh? My RD's in Upper Maryland. Yeah, right, Mike, tell him. Inspiring, Mike. Nothing. Fire, yeah, we know, right? He's had the damnedest luck with stacks with a toothpick, I tell you. Just a working full, I hear you, bro. Well, yeah, now I was going to say, well, it's going to slow down for you, but then no, because now you got all the heat work coming, right? Summer, AC in the summer and heat in the winter. You need like a in-between. But no, I got to admit that Tyro 69, I'm going to buy one just to have for myself, to be honest with you. 69 bucks. It's well worth that. And that's for like your parks and stuff like that. You could take that thing out, rip it around. Where was that one day I was flying all around? I mean, people weren't even noticing it. They were just like not giving a shit, buzzing it all over the place. It's quiet. It's not like, I think that's what most intimidates them is the 5 inches when it's like, that thing sound like freaking wood chipper or something, you know. That's what is intimidating. That little toothpick though you got, they're just like, it's like they'll think a hummingbird went past.
A hummingbird. That's a dangerous little hummingbird.
No, did it come? No, it doesn't come with any packs at all. I'll tell you what it did come with though. I got a unboxing on my channel. It come with 10 sets of props. 10 sets each, 10 sets clockwise, 10 sets of counterclockwise props. That was real impressive. Because Ryan bought the HS 110 or something like that, the Betaflight one. And that one, it didn't come with no props. Well, it come with one set of props. That was it. I was like, wow. I was real impressed on what was in the package and how good everything went together. Because you just have to like put it together. You got to solder your motor wires on. The pads are perfect size, not like super tiny. And then on the board, you have to solder. The tiniest thing for it is the board. You have to jump over to, if you want S-Bus or PPM. That was the smallest thing. Other than that, everything plug and played with it. Your 450, yeah, they're good packs. GMB is good packs all the way around. Them things, man, I'm gonna tell you, you can hammer those things. You punch them, they just keep that power band on them. Yeah, the HX 100, that's what it was, or HS 100, I think it was, wasn't it? I run the I got a Tattoo 450 that Chuck gave me. I run that on my toothpick. It flies fine, don't get me wrong. I just found the happy place for it is that 350. It seems to I get perfect time, and it flies its ass off. Man, the stuff you can do with them toothpicks, getting there in power loop underneath trees, and just the gaps you can hit with it, it's just crazy.
Did you see what Chuck said?
What Chuck say?
My quad sounds like a group of squirrels getting tortured.
Yeah, right, Chuck? And that's why I say that's intimidating, you know, when you go to a park. So if you want to go there and fly and be discreet about it, grab a toothpick. Shit. You could grab 10 batteries for that thing. I promise you will have so much fun. You won't even, you'd be amazed by the fun you'll have.
Night Train, what do you mean almost time to stop flying almost everything you got? I remember when you and Plummet were the hardcore FPV people out there flying in the snow, attempting to land on plywood. Now they're like, I ain't going on that shit.
Find that. Oh, no internet. That'll work. I turn the internet on first. Yeah, remember that shit? That was funny, Mike. Yo, and Plum's like, bro, you know how hard it is to land on a sheet of plywood? I'm like, really? Plum's like, yeah, Mike, but after we've done had about 12 beers each, I was like, wow, that would probably add a little bit to it. Plum said, yeah, right?
See,
you got that
I can land on pretty much anything nowadays.
I know what you mean, too. When you go to focus on landing on something, you're screwed. If you just come in and just drop out on it, land on it, you're right on the money. If you think, like, I'm going to come in and land on it, then you find yourself, like, trying to line it up. I know. I seen him land on the back of his truck. Right on that Tanoa cover. I think it was Impulse. Yeah. I gotta find the box can, box 2.
Yeah, and see, that's a different thing. You guys are all now flying, sitting inside in the warmth. Instead of standing outside, teeth chattering, can't hardly feel your fingers, you got wiser. Your progression in stick skills, stick time, and learning abilities for quite a few of you guys has been quite an adventure to watch. It's like, oh, look at this. I remember when they wouldn't even do that.
There we go. Find it. Yeah, that's why I want to start flying one quad now. I'm finally getting to the flying the 8 or 10 quads. It sucks. So I'm gonna take I got something coming that I'm gonna work on, and y'all are gonna be like, think I'm out my mind, but we're gonna see where it goes. And I'm gonna take that one quad and just fly the shit out of it.
Night Train said the Tanoa is way softer on his pretty quad, Chris.
Yeah, Mike, but one time when he comes in, just about that little bit of an angle. Here, look, I say that shit will happen. He'll be like, "That damn MD." I always, Eric had that. I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah, Eric had it on his truck, E-Drone. I was always nervous about landing or taking off on it. My luck, the quad would cock back or cut a hole in that thing. Oh. 10S. I hear you. Well, OG wants 20S, so I think 12. What's the highest S out there, guys? 12S right now. So 20 is probably going to get there eventually. I can't even imagine 20S, dude. I hope the quads get a lot bigger. Can you imagine Chuck going through a tree with 20S? No. I might still have this on there.
Right, Adam? That's the thing. You know, some people get it and some people don't. You know, some people it just clicks with faster. Some people literally have to work for every flight. So, you know, once it clicks, things start to flow easier.
It's been getting like boring to me, and that's why I have to figure out where the fun factor is again.
Welcome, Devil FPV.
Welcome.
Bob, what's up, babe?
Bob, welcome.
No, your acid isn't kicking in.
Welcome to the channel, Devil. Appreciate you stopping by. Mike, I got one of my quads about as dirty as your quad. Well, word looking. You clean them up now, I noticed.
Well, that's because he's getting ready to put them in shelf storage for wintertime.
I know that's something. You guys were all over there and getting old.
John, that's not true. I remember when you hardly flew anything at all, and you were more into ground than drone. So, no.
Oh,
I remember when you got into FPV, when you started, and you come a long way. So don't even go there. That's why I said I've had the luxury and the pleasure of watching quite a few of you grow, progress. That's what's so amazing. And it's not really been a very long period of time.
Oh, where are we at? Reverb mount. Box here, box 2. 30 degrees for the reverb. All right, Wayne, you're on. Yeah, dude. Mine was mud and then like concrete, the runoff of concrete. It came off though. It was still wet. I went ahead and gave it the old bathtub. You're welcome, bro. No problem. So I don't have the right stuff to make FPV progress. What do you mean you don't have the right stuff? You got goggles, you got the quad.
Bob?
Transmitter.
We've had this discussion before about FPV, and I don't want to hear that shit. Pardon my language for anybody who didn't like it. But no, sir. I've watched you all along. I've known you longer than I've known quite a few of these guys. And once again, I don't want to hear that shit.
You've known Bob for a while? So what's up, Devil? What do you fly? What's your favorite quad, bro?
Probably going on almost 3 years now. 2 years.
Jim said I was hangry. You just went down Sonic and smashed on it, Jim, did you? All right, we're good to go with that. Shut the internet back down. He's cool, Nick. Yeah. We've known him now for what, about?
That's what I said, almost 3 years.
Yeah, about 3. Get Mark II frame I got, man. Cool. Indigo up in the house. What up? Appreciate it, bro. Cos FPV up in the lobby had this made for me. Y'all know I had to smack that noob up on there. Check out the channel if you guys ain't subscribed, please do. FPV Noob Tube, Mike B in the house, the Drone Ranger. What up? Oh, Bob said you can come in as long as you're good. Okay. You know that's tough for Mike to be good, right?
That's one way to put it, Double FPV. He said, man,
you're welcome,
you got
Indigo.
A gang of quads there.
Yeah, I kind of got a little addiction thing going on, but I run them all. The GPS birds, got the Mavic Air sitting there, the Spark, got that up there. I got a Solo out there, the Inspire, race birds, like all kind of stuff. Get ready to get a cool race frame in and built it. Build it. Listen to me and build it. It's the Lycan Friday FPV quad or race frame. Lee, and if you guys remember Lee, and he's been running it, so he went ahead and talked to his guy, got me a little discount on one, so I'm gonna go ahead and buy it and then build it and run it, smash it, bash it. He runs it in the race gates and he doesn't break it, so I'll give it a shot. Show him some love, support. What do you say, Mike? Dress up in that skirt. Need a good racer that you can freestyle. Vampire in the house. What up? Just got my 5-inch. You eyeing all them birds. I got pretty much everything on the wall. I do a lot of the clone frames. Like I got the Schizo, I call it the Schizno. I have a Rooster clone. I call it the Rooster because I built the Rooster, the Armaton, right here on that bench. Took mine, eyed it up. Other than the quality of the carbon is the only thing I can't tell. The carbon was cut the same, the thickness, everything was on point with it. So, and I bash mine all the time. I got the Emax Hawk 5 right there. I ain't done the point thing in a while. Got the OG Chameleon right here. 2 of them actually. Right here. And then one's up there. I don't know if you can see it. Got a couple Space One Meteors up there. Dark Max. That was a good bind and fly. If you guys remember the Dark Max. Got the 3-inch Tooth Fairy. Got a couple Source ones up there. Got a little bit of everything. The Chameleon, I can take them or leave them. They're kind of nose heavy, but I know a little bit about tuning and kind of can make most of that go away to where it doesn't want to chin itself down all the time. But they seem nice. They fly good. I went out yesterday and actually flew this couple packs through this thing. Like I said, this is the clone, but I'll hold this up to anybody that has the real Rooster. Actually, my arms don't wiggle like the real one. And I'm not smashing on nobody. I'm just being real. I run the heck out of this thing. But when I do put the GoPro in, like I said, I tuned it up. So it isn't kind of, wanting to chin itself down. But this thing, man, I've put through hell and back.
Isn't the Oblivion the one that's like?
Yes, the Oblivion. I had that, but I
said you got an Oblivion up there, Chris. I said, laugh out loud. Nope, that's at your house, Mike.
Yeah, right. Yep, I needed some RX receivers one day, and I threw it out there. I was like, anybody send me a couple RX receivers? I'll throw you this Oblivion. Mike didn't waste no time. He was on Jeopardy. Bam!
His little flicker was going.
And hey, I had it sitting here. I got it in drone drop.
Bob said, I've got a Chameleon. He don't fly, but he does have a 6-inch tongue.
Yeah, Bob, your Chameleon is cool.
Right? And he changes colors.
Right. So this was if you guys remember, I know I say if you guys remember, I knew you guys remember. If you don't, you guys have to actually not the Eachine Wizard. So check out what I've done with it. Can you hand me the key? Go over there. You see it on the top of the box. Camera right there. Yes. So this was on top. Of course, I removed all that and then printed the pod for it. And then this is the Qlema SQ12 camera. Thank you. He knows he's up in here who sent this to me a long while back. Still works. I haven't bashed it. So I printed one of the little mounts, SQ12 mounts. I know this is ragged. Looks like a dog chewed on it. It's test print though, but did that in purple and glued it to the top of it. Flies great. And the camera, it will be set back in there. I just popped a couple dabs super glue and put it in there for testing, and it flies great. It's got my actually original Wizard guts inside of it, the flight controller and PDB, but it's not my original frame. This is the S frame, and I still have the X one. But yeah, this thing's nice. It flies like, if you're ripping on it, probably about 7, almost 8 minutes. If you just want to cruise around and have fun, good 10, easy. Thank you, Devil. I appreciate it.
Vampire said it's not an Eachine Wizard.
Yeah, there you go. There you go, John. That's a good one. Eocene lizard now, right? Me and Chuck, before I added the top here, it looks like a cockroach if you give it some antennas. We have like the outside here because we live down in the country in the woods, dude. We have crazy flying. You don't want one of them get in your house. Dude's like, he sounds louder than a quad. And you swat him, he just like don't care, dude. He take it right on the chin and just be like, he's like on flight one. His pits don't get all. He said, looks like you could make a phone call with it. Looks like it's time to phone.
Mike said, "What kind of roach?"
I don't know what they are, Mike. They're monsters down here, bro. That's crazy. Eocene lizard. It does kind of remind you of something like that, don't it? But it flies great. I wanted to do another pod because I did 2 of the Real-Act 210 frames, and Ryan's got both of them, Charpoo and the Green Machine. So I had to do another pod. I like the way they fly. Really, really cool.
Look out. Ryan will be after that one.
No, Ryan.
He got a pod fetish.
And like I said, I got a bunch of crazy stuff over there. This is a fossil stuff. This is made out of HM. I'm gonna chop this up. I think it's HMPD plastics or something like that. It's supposed to be for like in a bando, or you know, I got some janky screws poked out here to hold the camera down tight, and for like asphalt and stuff, because your battery slides in from the back here. Slide it in and take this strap and put around it, locks the battery in, and then yeah. So I got this where I can just smack a GoPro on top of it. But I probably won't put no GoPro on there without being in the mount. But yeah, that thing's pretty cool. Pretty futuristic.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
John, a lot of things look fragile in your hands.
And it's not fragile. Let's say I've flown it like 4 times. It's still in one piece. I mean, it's solid. It's freaking a tank, believe it or not. Yeah, wouldn't that be cool? Transformer, take the props off and it get turned into a car, and I just get in and drive away. Oh, that would be the bomb. No, it's actually not fragile though. She looks pretty tough. Well, looks might not, but it is pretty tough.
That's actually happened before, Adam.
I've bounced it off over to the park, bounced it off the concrete and all over there. It's just got a little just took a little scuff. Protects the motors good.
Adam said, imagine he just breaks it. Remember that one frame you were testing out and you did that? Snap!
Oh, if I just broke it right there, that would be totally, I would be like, okay, guys, that frame's a piece of shit. I'll call it like I see it. I learned that from OG. Don't hold nothing back. But other than that, I finally got this thing going good.
Yeah.
Now, you guys remember me boasting about the Flynoceros frames and stuff like that, okay? If you get the BFF, okay, cool, but I wouldn't waste my money on it. But anyway, just get you some big-ass bolts, you know, this, and some super glue, and you'll be good. And I still have to put some work into it. Oh, wait, that moves just a little bit right there. See that? But I have to admit, it did take a chin dive from about...
way up there.
No, not way up there. Probably at 25, 30 feet, maybe.
Now imagine you taking a chin dive from 25 or 30 feet. Tell me it wouldn't be way up there.
I'd be good.
Not.
I let Josh fly it, and he was like behind himself near the building, and for some reason, I run a dipole on it anyway. And the little TBS Nano VTX like goes on your thumb. it just blacked out on him. He's like, oh, so he's flying with my transmitter. Remind you, that is challenging. If you've never done it, fly with your buddy's transmitter, and he's got different switches set up on different sides. He's just throwing switches. It goes turtle mode. He's like, no. It was hilarious. But it survived. I mean,
and it landed chin first.
Yeah, it was like, bow.
In a handicapped parking spot.
In a handicapped parking spot. That was epic. No one could park in a handicapped parking spot like Jar Jar. It hit, and then it just smashed the screen of the GoPro. But we run those safety lenses off of Amazon. If you guys don't know, get on the program. If you got a session, this is what they look like. This is one that's already been shattered. This is actually the one, Josh, that you put on the session. I know you're not in here, but I'm just talking like and I shattered it like, I think it was the next day. I smacked the playset over to the park where I fly at. But other than that, this is nice. Customer service, no. They give you the hardware for it, really is not the greatest. And it sucks. I wanted to really kind of get into their frames. Ryan asked me, he's like, what frame you suggest? I'm like, dude, that Rat Quad is nice. So he's like, yeah, we were looking at like a couple weeks, earlier. So he gets that. That's $140 frame. This was right at $100 for this frame. And it's just like the hardware, though. You can give me a primo frame all day, but if you give me the hardware, it's like giving me a Ferrari, but then giving me like the cheapest tires out there in the world. Well, as soon as I go over like 80, they're going to pop, right? But yeah, so as far as that, and y'all know me, I'm going to speak it. So if Fly Nose listening, then tough luck. I mean, that's what it's about. Your product, when you build product and put product out there, that's the whole point of someone going to get it and going to run it through their pace and see what, how they feel about it. And well, here we are. Now, other than that, get all that out of the way. The flying of it is amazing. This thing flies like Josh flew it. He said it is locked in, does exactly what you want it to do. And that's this whole freaking, you see the build space on this guy. 10 millimeters, I'm sorry. Can't even get a finger in the side of there. Can't even finger it, I mean, nothing. Your pinky probably can't go through it, I don't think. No. It's that small. It was a build that took a lot of time to get going because I was using just different components I had here. I ended up putting the Diatone F7 into it. Love my drones. What's up, Ed? Welcome. And that has been working so far, knock on wood. It still flies. I run 6S onto it. It is a 6-inch. I run 5-inch props. These are the Steely S4s. But yeah, it flies nice. Really, really nice. Other than the hardware, it was well worth it. $8.55, almost time for the news.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, Carlos. Yeah.
Carlos wants you to dim the lights.
You want me to turn the lights down low? So I know I can't sing. I'll tell y'all shit that real quick. Well, that's because Carlos is he lives up in New York, so he's used to this, I think.
I'm sorry.
And then wait a minute, we throw some red up in there, some blue. This is what I had it on the news the other night. Mystery D was like, turn off those damn freaking seizure lights. Right, Bob? Bob knows I got some bright lights. We were online one day and I had his room going. All right. I don't want to make nobody sick here, so we'll go ahead and turn that back down. There it is. It does all kinds. It's got mad colors, functions, all for how much?
$16.99.
$16.99. You know we're salesmen now. We're gonna push it. This ain't through Bang Goods now.
No,
but
that was on Amazon.
but I am affiliate Banggood member, so you guys got to check out my channel. Click the link, even if you don't want to buy nothing, just going through there, clicking the link and scrolling through, window shopping. There, who don't like the window shop? I do it all
John,
the
it
time.
actually is waterproof and flexible.
Yes, you want to see the LED right here? Let me turn the lights back up a little bit. There you go. Here's what the LED looks like. It's too white, ain't it? I'm not going to show you.
That
See there?
bad.
And it's flexible, like.
Me either, Thomas. I don't like shopping for windows.
Thomas Gerd is in the house. Welcome, Thomas. But yeah, it's real flimsy, like a limp noodle.
Yep, he said I got the same one I used for my fish tank.
Yeah, they're nice. The color and all that. And you know what's really cool about it? Think about this in your man cave or something. Put it on the back side of your TV when your TV's like against the wall. It does real good accent off of it. I know. I look videos up. Like I said, and it's infrared, so you got to be able to push the remote, or push the remote, point the remote at the.
You were, Ed. You were definitely
point.
having a flashback moment.
Was you getting stargazed, lunatic? Was your eyes going? That's how I get y'all on the drones. Like, oh, you don't like drones? Give me 1 minute.
Yeah.
We do this, and then we do this. And we turn the lights down. We say, you don't like what? Come on, huh?
As far as I know, there's one Eric in the house so far.
Oh, E-Drone, you ain't getting a hold of him on the weekend.
No. I've only seen RC Crazy. I haven't seen any RC Crazy's friends.
And you can, what do you mean RC Crazy's friends? Oh, okay.
Bob said, don't take the red LSD.
Got mad multiple colors. You can just take you some acid, come in here and just
wait.
flick
Double FPV, you're in Chino, California. You need to check out Earl RC. He is not far from there. Tell him that we sent you by.
Yeah, Earl RC, you tell him MD sent you by and said, get his ass by here. No. Alvin's good people. He's actually been doing different things now too. Going out to crawls and stuff. So that's good, getting out of the house, not sitting there thinking all the time. Actually, that's because Mike. She don't do that no more. I put that pimp hand on her. It was over with after that. And he can dim them down too. Whoa. Don't want them bright. I'm bright, so I keep them bright, Indeed, devil. That's what we do, man. The drone network. That's what we like to do. Link pilots together. Earl doesn't do much flying, but he does have a wizard. He does have the gear to fly. So hopefully you can meet up with him and put that fire in his ass. Get him flying, you know what I mean? Alvin's gonna watch this like screwing up. Enjoy your dinner, bro. Yes, Carlos. They plug it right into the wall, just the average little power adapter. Crystal can drop you a link on them if you want. We're link droppers. Guys, Beers for Bot looks like it just started, so go check him out. Show some love. Oh, we got him. Cool, Thomas. Appreciate it. Well, guys, it's 9 o'clock, so you know what time that is.
Time for you to get your behind out of the chair.
We'll still turn it down. What kind of lights should we have for the news?
Lights that I can read by.
Oh, she's got jokes tonight, guys. Did you hear that? Lights she can read by. All right. That means turn on the lights. Huh?
I said, you're gonna blind me now.
Lights to read.
Oh, you wait till the next time you go to read something. It's ball game.
Oh, I can read it. It's got to be way over here, though.
Nope.
Like,
I'm going to put it right up close. And, yep.
yeah, Ed, because
Extremely light.
we started at 8 o'clock tonight. We've been coming on at 8. Seems like we've had a better crowd later. It sucks for like Lewis and all because it's later and it's real late there. But looks like Halloween light. Well, Halloween's coming, right? Why should we know the news behind? Johnson, why should we know the news behind? She doesn't do much with the DJI
John,
stuff no more.
I'm not memorizing news. I'm sorry. I love y'all, but I just don't have time to memorize news.
That's funny as fuck, Wayne.
News.
Hey, guys. So, in news tonight, I'm sure you guys have already heard, Alphabet is partnering with FedEx and Walgreens to bring drone delivery to the US. The Google sister company, Wing, announced today, actually yesterday, that it would be partnering with FedEx and the drugstore chain Walgreens to bring autonomous drone deliveries to the U.S. in October. The pilot program will be launched in Christiansburg, Virginia, one of the 2 areas in the state that Wing has been testing its drone technology for years. In April, Wing was certified by the U.S. Federal Aviation to become what it says was the first company in the country to be able to offer autonomous drone deliveries. Wing has completed over 80,000 test flights and thousands of deliveries at its facilities in Australia and in the U.S. People expecting packages from FedEx will be able to choose to get their deliveries made via drone, assuming that they live within certain areas that Wing has designated that it can safely deliver parcels in. Similarly, Walgreens customers will be able to order products such as non-prescription medication and have them delivered by drone. Walgreens said in a release that 78% of the U.S. population lives within 5 miles of one of its stores. Wing said that its drones can currently make a round-trip flight of about 6 miles, traveling at about 60 miles per hour, and can carry around 3 pounds of payload. The company also said that it would be offering deliveries from a local Virginia retailer, Sugar Magnolia. Wing won't be charging for this delivery service itself during the trial. Wing said on a call with journalists that it would soon be reaching out to members of the Christiansburg community to let them know if they would be able to accept deliveries. Wing's drones don't actually land on the ground when they make these deliveries. Instead, they hover at about 23 feet off the ground, lowering their packages down through a winch cable system. If anything happens to snag the cable as it's delivering the package, the drone can sense the tension in the cord and release it, hopefully flying away without incident. It still requires what it calls safe delivery zones, like a backyard or a front pathway outside a house, to be able to make that delivery. My question is with that, it says if it senses that it has become tangled, it's going to drop the package. So what's going to happen to the package? Are these packages just going to start falling from 23 feet up in the air, not being delivered to their normal location? Time's going to tell. Guys, unfortunately, in other news, pay close attention. An amateur drone operator who shared footage of an illegal city center flight on social media has been given words of advice by police. The video showed that the drone was flying too close to Norwich Castle, The material was shared in a Facebook group with more than 30,000 members. Norfolk police said it was the first time concern over a drone flight has been reported to them after it had been on social media. After being made aware of this illegal flight, officers investigated and identified the operator, who has since been spoken to. Due to the circumstances, they judged no formal action was required. But the lesson to be learned here is if you're doing anything at all that the FAA may advise against, be careful where you share your videos. You may be putting yourself at risk from a visit from some law enforcement, unfortunately. Just an eye-opening experience, to say the least. So be careful, guys. Word of advice. And in other news, meet the nuclear-powered self-driving drone that NASA is going to be sending to a moon on Saturn. So, NASA's Dragonfly mission is going to hop across Saturn's moon Titan, taking samples and photos. On the face of it, NASA's newest probe sounds incredible. Known as Dragonfly, it is a dual-rotor quadcopter, technically an octocopter, even more technically an X8 octocopter. It's roughly the size of a compact car. That's a big drone. It's completely autonomous, it's nuclear powered, and it's going to hover above the surface of Saturn's moon, Titan. But Elizabeth Turtle, the mission's principal investigator at the Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Laboratory, insists that this is actually a pretty tame space probe as these things grow. This is not a lot of new technology. Quadcopters, even X8 octocopters, are for sale on Amazon these days. Self-driving technology is coming along quicker. Nuclear power is harder to come by, but the team plans to use the same kind of system that runs NASA's Curiosity rover on Mars. Everything that's going into Dragonfly has already been used somewhere else. The key to that is that somewhere else was mainly on Earth. There's a lot of unknown variables. There's a lot of groundbreaking that will be happening. So keep your eyes open. Keep your ears open. We're going to have a compact car sized octocopter flying over top of Saturn's moon. Going to take a little bit of time to get there, but keep your eyes open because this will be coming back to your drone news. So, I know you all want to fly this weekend.
Chug it, chug it, chug it, chug it.
I think I may even fly this weekend.
Oh crap! I need to find that headgear.
Why? We're going to be with Wayne and Sam. I wouldn't put their lives in jeopardy.
Get y'all Texas.
They're fine. They know that. Carlos knows that. He's my witness. Guys, if Mother Nature decides that she's not going to be kind,
it's supposed to be nice this weekend.
Make sure
suck it.
You still participate somehow, some way in our hobby. See, Wayne says we will be all right.
Little Adam, I promise we will get with you. Crystal will get with you.
I'm going to get up with your mom either tonight What time's Mom go to bed? Is Mom still up late? Is Dad working tonight?
Tell your mom to get up with Crystal tomorrow morning if it's too late, and then just text her and let her know. Like, just say.
Shauna's an early riser.
Just text her and say, yeah, your name. When she gets up, she'll check her phone, and then when we get together, we'll know to come get you if you're going to be home. You may not. I can say already, won't be flying a race drone. They're too fast, but we can put you in some goggles and let you check them out while we fly and stuff like that. I don't really much have the batteries are like way back down in here for any toy grades I have. So
see, yes, 7:30. That's way too early on a weekend, baby boy. And Ed, to answer your question, when I got up and got dressed this morning and went to work, it was 42 degrees outside. So yeah, it was a little chilly. Now it's I think in the 70s. So it warmed up some, but it's not like it has been.
We'll be there by 2:30 or before. Okay, so that gives us a time. Then roughly we're gonna figure it out because we won't fly like 11. Wayne is an early bird too, but he knows we ain't.
7:30 is too freaking early in the morning on a Saturday morning.
E-drone is the early bird. You fly with E-drone?
Yeah, he'll call you at like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. It's crazy.
Eric's like, amigo, we'll be meeting up 6 o'clock. What? Like 6 o'clock, bro. It's like 28 degrees outside. But we do a lot of flying when it's cold out. The more, because it gives, Josh and Eric are less busy and stuff like that. So, man, whenever they call them there, it's like, okay, I'll freeze, let's do it. And we'll set in our vehicle to fly, so.
See, you won't see 42 until December earliest.
Ed.
Yeah, I know, it sucks. Earl! Alvin, babe, there's a guy who is in Chino, California.
A guy? His name's Devil FPV. Not a guy.
Well, it's a guy.
You're not. It may be a chick.
I looked at his channel. Nice try.
The devil comes in many shapes, sizes, and forms.
Don't argue with me. Yeah, we're called she devils. But we told him to hook up with you. So in case there's a devil FPV that pops up.
Ain't that funny? He's in Chino with you. Most people hear us talk, they think you're in jail. Ain't doing it.
Yeah, he's like, Chino, guys, it's
I thought you were from Chico, not Chino.
That's what I said. You were in Chico. I told him you were in Chico.
Devil is from Chino, and Alvin said it's totally opposite side of California.
Maybe they visit. Look, he's in your state. Carlos is like 3 states away from us, and he comes to visit, so there's no excuse.
Ooh.
Right back from the sky? See?
Down there.
Well, I mean, ask John. He said I've been doing that tonight, so.
Putting it out there?
Yeah.
I am rebuilding my D-quad. Obsession. No more rat's nests.
See, Ed agrees with me. He said it's still the left coast, Alvin. Right? Cali ain't Maryland. Chuck knows Maryland's tiny.
So Alvin, I gotta watch it, but I saw a thumbnail pop up. Somebody got an arm. I keep saying Arma. It's an Arma, okay.
Armada.
6S.
Armada.
Yeah. I see Crystal said you've been getting out and doing things. That's awesome, man. What's it like out in the outside world? Way better in that room, right?
Birdman just got home from the Waffle House.
Oh, you suck, Mike.
You know Mike likes that Waffle House.
Hey, Mike, Monday, we're going to go ahead and do it. I got a box of wire in now, silicone wire. Thanks to Chuck and Crystal taking care of me on that. But we're ready to go. I got everything. We're just going to do it Monday. So, everybody, if you want to stop by Monday on the FPV YouTube channel, I will be doing a build. I'm going to take something from the old school day. You know, when you just spun the propeller, tossed the air, and it flew? Take something like that, we're going to make it fly.
Rubber band, man.
Rubber band, man.
All right, so if Chino is Spanish for Chinese dude, and they've got one town out in California named Chinese dude, what's Chico Spanish for? Careful how you answer that. Well, he just pops in with that, just throws it on out there. Okay, now I'm sorry, it's just getting more and more confusing. They've got one town named after Chinese dude and one town named boy.
I so could mod the crap out of this thing, I do believe.
Hey!
Thinking we could put some
No!
put some bigger motors on this thing. Watch it. Maybe do some acro with it.
No.
About 4-inch. Yeah. With the camera. What do you think, guys? Dissect it. See what good parts might be inside.
No.
Sure.
Oh, I am dead sure.
Cover peel off of it.
Guys, please close your eyes for a few moments. We're going to experience some technical difficulties.
Mike B said he saw you smack me a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Look at you. You're making me hungry again.
It's getting ready to take off up in here.
Ooh.
Oh, who's eating that? That's Chuck. No?
No, that's not Chuck.
Looks like Chuck with the little table. Holy cow, eating good, whoever it is. Oh, why didn't you invite us?
No, he had to sneak outside to send you a message, remember?
Damn. I should have known.
Yum.
Like that. I should have known.
I understand why you were distracted now. I know, right, Chuck? I keep hearing it back there. Creak, crack, creak, crack, creak, crack. The problem is that chair alone is extremely dangerous. I have landed in the floor. So if he lands in the floor with that chair, it's...
Oh, I'm not... If I land in the floor with this chair, y'all gonna see a retard go retard on a chair. I'm gonna just get up and rip this thing into pieces. What? Why not?
Then where am I going to sit? Well, I'm sorry, where are you going to sit? Because I'm sitting in my chair if you destroy mine.
I would give you my chair. No argument there. So I can tear a chair apart with the thing?
If you want to stand up every live stream. Thomas said, you better be able to run fast, Chris. She's going to hurt you.
What, you got what, a session 4, Alvin? Cameras on the quads really?
Mike!
Are cameras on the ground vehicles probably a 7, a GoPro 7, but you're talking money. Because of the stabilization, the bouncing, you know what I mean? Of course, the nicer ones, I guess, don't have all the bounce like those little ones do. I trashed my Revo. She is like, well, okay, order.
Mike, don't tell everything to everybody. Hush. Nothing. You don't need to see that.
That's why he went to Jiffy Lube.
I went to Jiffy Lube Live so that I could bring you back barbecue.
I was going to say, get her to come back because they had some banging barbecue there. Oh, scrumptious.
See? Mike, it's all good. All I got to do is bring him back some burn ends and it's perfect.
And grab me one of them quads out of his closet because he's the quad man. He's got like a whole store. He's like, look at you talking over the wall. Oh, a lizard thing out of Jiffy, huh?
I want to know how Dan knows. Because if he came all the way to Jiffy Lube Live and he didn't stop by here, I got an issue with that.
Remember, Dan used to live up north.
Dan lived in Michigan. Don't give me that shit.
I tried to help you, Dan. Awesome, Mike. Plug them in as you burn them, huh?
Yeah, he wanted to know if you're still getting rid of that strange tilted motor shit and the LED.
Oh. Hey,
your
Mike,
motors will sit flat, Mike.
Mike, your goggles, bro. LEDs do not work. They work, but here's the thing. I always thought it was cool, right? So I got LEDs. I take them off of everything, and to just show you I'm truthful, this D-Quad had 2 of them, and I won't end up putting them back on. Here's the thing. I kind of thought, I was like, it'd be cool to have something with a bunch of lights that do all crazy stuff. You're in the goggles. Like, you can't see that. The people can, but here's another thing. How many of y'all go out at night and fly? You all know I do. Stop playing. But anyway, let me tell you what, that Caddx Ratel, guys, if you guys don't know, Josh and Chuck have been telling me about this. In low light areas, that camera is on point. Crystal didn't believe me the other night. It was on that NASGAL, the iFlight NASGAL quad. It's actually being sent back to Ryan right now in the mail. It was dark outside. I pulled the curtain back and said, "See how dark it is?" She said, "Yeah, I plugged that thing in and went outside." She said, "When I went outside, it just lit up like it was daylight." I said, "There you have it. That thing is amazing in low light. Enough where I'm gonna buy one now." I didn't believe Chuck and Josh.
Y'all done corrupted him again?
No, I'm just cheap. I keep using, but I'm to the point where I gotta buy some cameras now. I was using pretty much all I had, but I got a couple now with camera issues, so time to stop being cheap. Buy a couple.
Just like Night Train said, officially I went night flying one time with Withrow. Think I broke 2 quads that night.
Not flying at night's fun, don't get me wrong. And I think it'd be cool as shit to fuck with people's minds and have the quad just woo, woo, flipping with all kind of lights over it and all that. But here's another thing I look at. Does it really eat power? Probably not as much. My Frog, I didn't really see nothing with that tiny LED on it, but I don't know. LEDs, I'm like less power consumption is needed. But Mike, yes, to answer your question, we're gonna take the tilted motor shit off. When you start your motors, dude, you're gonna start your motor set on the ground and just figure everything out and then take off.
Well, see, Chuck, it's not that Chris never believes you without a flight, but Chris has some of the weirdest luck. It's unreal. Everybody else's stuff can work the exact same. You give it to him, and it's like, and it's like, what did you do? And he's like, I didn't do anything. Why did you say I did it? And I'm like, because it works for everybody else.
As soon as I saw it, I got like excited, like, yes, it's got the Caddx Ratel in it. Because, when I hear people talk about it and boast about it, it does catch my attention. But when I actually, like Chuck saying, take flight with it myself, it's just like, whoa. And I'm out here, right? And our neighbor's sitting on the step. It's dark out here. And I'm out there ripping this thing in the trees. Split us in the trees. In the dark, can you imagine? He's like, probably like, how's the guy seeing? It's crazy, the picture. And, that's not the only one. The Rotor Riot Swift, or what is it? The Runcam Swift Rotor Riot Edition 1. Very, very, very good for low light. A lot of your cameras are, have you guys ever flown, and you know the time of you flying, but I'm saying, those times when that dark just transitions just like that on you from dusk to like dark, and you're flying around, you're just like cruising, you're just like, take your goggles off, you're like, holy shit, it's dark as shit outside. Me and Russell's done it so many times in that field over. We take our goggles off, we're like, holy cow, it's dark. One day it was coming rain on us. We really didn't see it. Carlos actually did it. Stephen Brett in the house. What up, brother? Guys meet Steven. Steven meet the guys. I helped Steven build a Martian 2. I think that's what he built. Over Messenger.
You're very
Appreciate
true.
you
Love
stopping
my
by, brother.
drones. Not all places have a lot of ambient light. There's also shadow spots. But when you have a good camera that adjusts, it takes all that guesswork out of play.
And most of your cameras will do it. Just go into something dark and wait for the transition. I wouldn't move around much to a transition. Some of them take a little bit of time, and someone's like, what the hell? Come on. Oh, okay, somebody turn the lights on. We're good. But yeah, I like going in like the darker areas. Check out Chuck's channel. He went into like a dark area, dude. It was like sketchy looking, right? It was like all kind of bandit and shit, and then it was crazy. Then he like changes the whole scenery to like a real dark place, and then shows like the ants circling. That was a real good video. I like that. That was crazy. Makes you think something was chasing his quad.
Ed said even a full moon can make a difference. He tends to howl when there's a full moon.
Yes, Ed, you're absolutely right. Out here in the country, dude, in the field, like now, it's dark. Look, that's the wildlife area out there right now. You will have all kind of shit walk up. A deer walk up, sniff you on the nuts or something. They will just jump over you.
Bob would have that problem because he'd be outside with no pants on.
And but yes, when the full moon is out and it's like real bright, yeah, you could go over there and rip. And the darker spots you have to be a little careful in, but you have to know the area. You could do it all day long. 666 quad, yeah. Chuck, I watched that one, the tree fuck, dude. That was crazy. I don't know how I missed that one. I thought I watched it. The challenge, oh my god, that was crazy. I see you coming up to them trees. I'm like, yeah, he's gonna go straight through those trees.
That's not true, Carlos. That's New York City. The only thing that's gonna sniff you is a hoodlum, robber, or a thief. That's only in the city. There's still country part of New York.
That's fine. Wherever I'm at, I'm conscientious. Okay, I was at Winter Place the other day flying, and there was a truck parked over by my car. Well, my car was unlocked and had some quads in there, right? So I kept my eye on it. I was like, just kept flipping and rolling, kind of in that area. And so at this point, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to try to act like I don't see him because he's over by my car. So I just go closer to the car area, and then he starts driving down the parking lot. So then he drives down the driveway and then gets to where he can look right through the concrete, little breezeway and see me sitting on the picnic bench flying. I was like, man, this guy's sketchy. So then I went down and started going around his truck. Well, he left at that point. Just when I was going to go under it and power loop it. Like, come on. No, I wasn't. But I did like buzz around him. He wasn't having it.
They get washed, Chuck. Come on now. Give me some credit. They do get washed.
All right, Chuck. Man, when that skunk walked up on me, that was sketchy a couple weeks back. I gotta admit, that was like, whoa. Freaking skunk? I'm like, I've never had a skunk walk up on me over here. He's sniffing around. He was rabid. He actually, what was it, the next day, Mr. Cortland found him out there, laying there dead. Something ripped him to pieces.
Carlos said, Chris, remember the guy asking us for a ride or for money when we stopped at the gas station?
Yeah, that was funny. He called to Carlos. He's like, hey, sorry for bothering you. Carlos was like, are you really sorry for bothering me? Then he goes, man, first it was his car broke down. He had to get to his mom in the hospital. And Carlos is like, nah, I got a bunch of stuff in my car anyway. He goes, anyway, I don't trust you anyway. I was like, damn. That dude just walked away like hanging his head. He knew he was up against someone he couldn't handle. That was funny as shit.
Interesting times.
Yeah, but I stay out of that field now when it comes to getting dark because I went over there one night with the Mavic and thought it was cool. It had it started had the fog over top the soybeans. It was cool flying through. But man, I'm gonna tell you what, when I first started flying out there, it was crazy. I'm out there with I think it was just like the Bugs 3 or something. and I hear some rustling in the corn, right? I'm like, what the hell was that? You know, and your mind starts wondering at that point. You're like, is somebody coming through the corn? And next thing you know, they just like not right over me, but not far from me, man. They just jumped from the corn over to the next side of the field because they had corn on both sides that year. Oh my God, it was crazy. I just see deer just like, it's like one went and the other one's followed.
Of course, one clears the way.
I was thinking if I would have probably been 10 feet further that way, they'd have jumped right over me. I felt my ass pucker.
Well, just like DW said, video or it didn't happen.
Yeah, but see, in the dark, you're not capturing them dudes. That's the only thing with, if you look at my rooster video I just unleashed, it's the, soon as the sun goes down, GoPro goes down with it. If you're going to film with a GoPro, bright and sunny is what it likes. But I like flying more in the dusk more or less because you don't have the bright sun shining through the trees. And you can really, like, jump in them gaps and stuff like that. You saw I come down, smack that little bush, got right back on it, spun around and right back in the game. Thank God it didn't loosen the prop. But
just double checking things. Come on, Trevor, sit back.
Oh, you don't want to have front seat no more?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
You don't want to take back seat? No. Oh, get my seat back. Oh, this one's much better. I don't know how she sits in that one with the pillow all pumped up under.
That's because the cushion's
I know, Mike, you are hard at it, bro. You are dedicated. Up in the morning, flying every morning. Yeah, Chuck, exactly. Chuck seen deer in my video. Dude, the one night I went over, it was not even getting to the night. I just go over and I kind of go up and I'm like, whoa, you know, kind of looking down at my goggles like, what the hell was that? And then I was like, that's a deer. I circle back around. He just stands there and looks at me. Like, okay. I'm going to try a power loop one day. Oh, cool. You got your trash can. Chuck, your antenna that you have, it has a CFL connector. What antenna would be good with a CFL connector for slap on that trash can? Is that one you have that CFL connector, Chuck? I don't know if you hardwired yours too. Actually, I don't think you'd hardwired. That's some serious soldering. Is it don't judge a horse, a donkey, or kick it? No, oh, dude, that'd be crazy. No, I'm just joking. I would never try nothing like that. Put them in jeopardy. Just like when I chase the birds, it's just for fun. That camera looks like it's closer than what it is, but I'm not that close to them. Okay, the Axial, I can't talk. Excuse me, the Axie Nano with the UFL, Steven. But yeah, it would be cool. Like I went over in that field, put a LED on my quad, you know, that would project down some light that would let me see the fly. I'm telling you, you would see eyeballs for days out there. That field comes to life at night. All kind of stuff out there, just hanging around. I've actually been flying over with my camera bird real low to the corn and had one pop up and almost smack it. Tell me what luck that is, right? The whole field. And you're flying over and that dude goes, phew, and it's right as your drone goes past. I'm like, why couldn't you do that before I went past, dude? I'm just glad he didn't hit it. It was a solo when I first got it. No, I ain't see that, Mike. I got to catch up on a lot of videos. I've been doing better with them, though. Yeah, remember that, Adam? Guys, little Adam used to live in the park here with us, and it bothered me because you guys know what shoes on a power line means. That's like a drug area. It's like, ain't no freaking drug area here. It used to be, they said back in the day, but not no more. I ain't having that shit. I run them up out of here if it happens. But we went out there, and I shot the shoestring. They threw it over. I shot the shoestring with a BB gun. It took me about I don't know how many shots, I guess. I can't remember how many shots, but I shot it. It was crazy. But yeah, we had to get them down. Like, man, this ain't no drug area. This is my place where I live. Ain't trying to have that nonsense here. Unless I open shop up. Now, I ain't throwing no shoes at Reliant now. But yeah, Birdman, when you get that quad back row, oh my God. If you don't fly it, I'm coming to North Carolina and gonna put my foot up your meat. No. You're gonna like it, man. It's gonna be really, really tamed, real smooth flyer. That freaking lag that was in that thing, it should not be there. I'm thinking that thing's got like a F. It's probably not in the F class. I don't think it's in it. No, it's just something they had back in the old day. Think in the old day, back when I say the old day, we're only talking like when drones come out. 2013 maybe? That'd be good if someone knew all that. I don't know all that. But those, yes, Steven. Burn. Listen, stop. Definitely tighten down your motor screws, bro. Like, don't force them and break them in there. But what I did was, like, kind of turned mine till I kind of seen it going down into plastic just a bit. And then, I know you don't have no conformal coating. Take some of your wife's nail polish and just paint over top the screws. The, like, clear nail polish. And it'll hold them in place and it won't go no worse. I say it won't go no worse, but still check it after so many flights. Yes, I did not do that. I watched some reviews, totally didn't even pay attention to that, and it kicked off. 2012, the drones kicked off. What?
2006 was the first year that the FAA issued a commercial drone permit.
Oh, you have the coating? What? Look at you, baller. That's awesome, man. That stuff will do you good. You will see. Worth having on your workbench. I gotta get another bottle myself.
You're running out of everything. It's like groceries. When you figure out you're out of one thing, you're out of like 50
I am. I was scrapping wire, guys, ever since I have been building. So I'm terrible with dates. I can't tell you how long I've been building now. But that's good. So I have never bought no wire since I have been building.
Yeah, you did, because I bought that one.
I barely used any of that. That's like I used like a couple pieces of it. Well, I say now, and I didn't buy this because Chuck bought it. More or less Chuck bought it. Crystal fronted the money until Chuck's a truck driver, if you guys don't know, so it's hard for him to get by like Walmart to do card thing, but I told him not to worry about it, but you know, he's hard headed. But yeah, this is nice, Chuck. Look at this. So it's really silicone-y. You guys want to use silicone wire. This was $15 at Amazon. Check that out. You can't beat that deal. I'm telling you, $15, and this thing's got weight to it. There's a lot of wire on there. When you peel it back, I don't know if it's probably what someone wants to look at and see what it is. It's strand. It's not core. You know, solid. So I want to get some. I think for like the little signal wires and RX and stuff, I think 22 gauge. That sounds about right. This is 20 gauge. And then I want to get some like 18. I'll be set then. I'll be all good on wire. There's a lot of wire in here, so I see a lot of builds coming up. So guys, I need some builds going on. Which you need built? What you need built, man? Want to take the Mavic apart and maybe put it on a race drone frame? See, that's where my mind goes. What can we do with this guy and put him on a race drone frame?
Speaking of which.
Ed said, I want links. You heard Ed? Ed wants links to Amazon for that wire. And that's what, and so that's why I wanted to get some too. And you got to watch when you buy it. Because a lot of them will say, oh, it's silicone wire. You get it. It's not. It's that hard wire. Crystal bought some. It was a good bit of it too. She's like, I got some good wire coming. And when it came, it was just that red and black speaker wire.
That pissed me off. They lied in their description, and I took Amazon apart for it.
She did. But they'll tell you it's silicone and it's not. That stuff is like spaghetti noodle. So that's really good stuff. Oh,
Ed, is it only the wire that you want links for, babe?
Carlos, that is cool, bro. Want you to fly over the horses to get them used to it. Wow. I wish I was near. That would be fun times. But they probably just mean hovered or something like that. You know, fly it around, I guess. You have to be careful on acro ripping it around them. Smack one of the horses. He take off with the top on it. Turbo engaged. I will, Adam. I have another pair of goggles right over here. Right there. And you put them on your head and you'll be like in the passenger or in the pilot seat, buckled all down. And see if you can hold on. See if you can stand up and not fall over. Because it goes upside down, all over the place, down through a gap, into a wall, into the ground. Pieces fly off. There's the link there, Edward. Right, Ed? See, Ed's thinking like me. Ed's doing some crazy thinking like MD would. He'd be like, no, I want you to be above the horse. I'm like, I'm sorry,
you said that you wanted to make sure he didn't get spooked.
I'm sorry, it kind of the quad dipped, and it just kind of my skills kicked in. I'm just
No, see, the story is, well, officer, I've seen these guys on YouTube, and they like to hit these gaps. And when I saw that horse, I just saw the underbelly gap, and I figured I'd give it a shot.
That's cool though, that he asked you to do that. That's awesome, That's something I'd do in a minute. If it's something one of them asked me right here, no problem. Like we can set all the GPS birds around them, but I still want to fly around him with the thing. Crops off. What's up? Yeah, I'd be power looping. I would have to try at least. I wouldn't try no backwards through them. Hit the foot, the itch. And I definitely would power loop through them. They just stand there. I mean, couldn't you imagine them like in a row and they power loop it like I did that? I say the bot grinder challenge, but I don't know who challenged that. But where you power loop, like how I did that thing up at the college, it's like a breezeway with multiple things, and you start power looping at one and just spiral yourself through them. That would be some footy right there. Oh, cool, props off. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's
the 22 gauge, you said?
It's a 30 gauge.
Oh, 30?
Yeah, that's a 30 gauge, and it's different colors with like 10 feet of each color.
Crap, that's nice. Reaper in the house, Jeremiah, what's up?
Yeah, that's 30 gauge.
30 gauge. Yeah, I think 22 would be for the smaller things. I think I'm guessing at that. I'd have to look at it. But that's good to have the wire like that. I told Crystal, said to actually be a builder and have a box of wire like that. It's just like, oh, it's like a drone. You know what I mean? Because the scrap wire, you guys have no idea. Mike, I was gonna go chop shop on yours like crazy. I was gonna solder pieces of wire together. They were all gonna be in a shrink tube and a snake skin, but Chuck stopped me from doing it. He's like, bro, you can't do that. He's like, nah, bro, stop, bro. We'll just get some wire and wait.
Yeah, that's 10 colors and 10 feet.
Appreciate it, props off. Yeah, that's what I said. I got the box of the 20 like that, multiple colors. So, and it's more or less motor wires, but I use it for other stuff, if need be, like kind of a cap or cap or something like that. Running a cap, kind of instead of mounting it to there, mounting the wire to it and tucking it in the frame somewhere. And then Carlos hooked me up. He sent me some XT30 and XT60s in. He sent me a roll of a whole roll of the black snake skins. I appreciate that, Carlos. 12 gauge shotgun versus 2 drones. All right, I'll go for that little Adam. But what does the pilot get if the shotgun guys don't hit the drone? Do they get the shotgun? Is that what you're saying?
I know
You
the
would have
shotgun
to
guys
be,
get.
unless you're gonna use like a bird shot. You're not gonna use a pistol. If you hit it with a pistol, you are bad. You're
Little
a
Adam, honey,
sharpshooter.
that challenge has already been done. Look it up. The drones won, and that was with trained police officers that can shoot very well. So,
See if you can find a standoff. So they get that.
like the one.
Just on Amazon.
No, I'm saying like the one that I got you because I think I got that from Amazon.
No. A standoff kit. A standoff. So like this part here. Right here. And there are multiple.
Metal.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, they do, Carlos. I'm most sure they do. I've seen them before. That's like I'm gonna get one of the kits, like
M2, M3, M4. That, or do you want colors?
Yeah, that's all brass. I don't think he wants to pimp out his ride.
He might. I mean,
She showed all brass ones. Ed, you want to pimp out your ride?
Ed, wait. Here you go, babe. With your body English going on. I mean, why not have them in gold? Or I found them in black.
No, these are for like your electronics, hon. You need the frame ones. These search for like line. There's black ones there. Yeah. No, that's the same thing. No, not that. That's just a nylon next to it. Go back up, go back down, I'll show you. Scroll down. Scroll down. No, scroll down.
That would be scroll up.
Right here, too.
Then he just wants the spacer studs. You have to know what these things are called. Jesus.
She says spacer studs, I'm dying.
That's what they're called on Amazon, not my book.
Can I give me some of them Daryl spacer studs? Hey, Ed, actually, let's look. Wait a minute, I can handle this. Go to pyrodrone.com. Dude, they have every standoff in any color you want. All kind of different things like that. And very cheap for little things like that. She's... I'm dying. She said spacer things.
You're going to be dying. Mike Brooks is going to be wishing he was watching.
I smacked her like. Props off. I'm going to lean towards the Tyro 69 because $69 number one. Number two, the camera is the only thing that I found that is about it. But for, let's say, like, I think it's like, what, 14, 15 bucks. You can put the little Turtle EO2 into it. And you can solder it right onto the little VTX that's in there. I got to go with that one. And not because I can drop you, or you can go to my channel and click on a link. It's just I found it. I like to find things that's reasonable in price, worthy of it. Like I said, if you guys see Chuck fly and it just goes in fire, you can't blame the Tyro for that. If that Tyro can hold up the Chuck, then it's got to be worth at least $169. I got to bust his balls. He's the fire king. He likes catching things on fire. But he likes to mod them, get it to where he can take crossfire and fly that thing from his tractor to squishes. Yes, the one I did build on my channel. Yes, props off. And if you go to that video and if you're interested, you can just click that link. I dropped links before I was dropping them to everybody, but obviously I messed something up in between there. I dropped Steve and Brett one for the trash can, and it didn't link it to my account. No big deal at all. You know, he still got the trash can. That's what matters because the thing is beast. Like I gotta run mine again. I love that little thing. The only thing I have to say about that is the camera kind of does have some jello in it from that plastic thing, the canopy, but I'm going to work on that and get a mod going. And Steven, he is a 3D printing king. He'll come up with something like that at all. But Steven, if you check it out, dude, they have little canopies for them. So you in your mind, you probably just figure out something to mount on top of there and put the camera in. If you do, hook a brother up with the file. There's one on Thingiverse, but I don't know if it'll work for the trash can frame. Good for the toothpick one, the Twig, I think it is. Let's see his banner sheet. Okay, Ed, so you're talking about the Punisher frames, the ones that I printed, right? I'd say, let's see, 20 millimeters. You'd be good with M3 by 20 millimeter. And I say that because I have this one here. I'll probably knock a bunch of stuff down. There it is. Let it come down. It's like Plinko. Because this one is, well, they're probably, I can get a finger in there, so they're probably 12 millimeter. So if you want that spacing, that's 12. What are you going to put in them? You're going to run like, I can't wait till you guys do this with these. This one's just done with a cheap old thing. 3D printed the frame, threw some standoffs, poured some holes, hot glued them, dropped them in. That simple. Just something easy. But Ed has a couple of these frames. Kev FPV had a couple. I don't know if Kev ever did something. Kev put standoffs in it, dude, and it was bad looking when he did it. I was like, bro, what?
Black standoffs I got you before, were they the right ones?
The black standoff
That home kit.
That's the nylon.
That's what I was asking.
No.
Want the metal ones?
Yeah, they're standoffs like this. Is what he needs. 20 millimeter like this. What you're talking about are the nylon. I wonder what they're calling them on there. If you mount like the boards and stuff, like controllers and stuff like that, that's what you got. These are just like standoffs itself. If you stand off the frame, like this, separates the frame for you. If you could probably build Chris Riley, what's up, brother? Been missing you, bro. Checking out your channel. No, nothing. I know I slacked for a little bit, but I got back to her. Hope all's good, man. Hope everything's going good with you. I ride down, man, but Mississippi, I know I messed that up, did I? Chris in Mississippi or Tennessee?
Mississippi.
I got it right, Chris, the first time. You're in Mississippi. I usually say Tennessee, I think. But Ed, I would think probably, I know a little bit more now about building. Probably some, I'd say 1104 motors. Nah, they're 1104 speeds. Well, it might be too beastie for them. I don't know. It'd probably work fine. With a 3-inch prop. Probably like some 1104 motors. I probably wouldn't want to go high in kV, just because of the way the frame kind of moves. You'll hit it and be sitting there flexing when you. So you definitely gonna have to tune them back. Definitely tune them down for power. There's no doubt, because that's gonna flex. But it'd be cool just to, like I said, you can turn it all down and get it all dialed in. I'd say a Mamba 20 by 20 some 1104 motors, maybe a little bit smaller motor than that, just a touch. I think it'd be a pretty nice little build, nice little ass ripper. Something you buzz the tower with. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I didn't think about that, Chris, how hot it gets down there. Cool beans. Good to see you, man. I was just wondering. Just make sure everything's okay. Yeah, that's right, Ed. Okay, I remember you wanted that second one. Okay, cool. Look, there's Acro, guys. He wanted to make an appearance. Say, what's up, people? Oh, there you go. He's still antsy. Do you have this? Chuck, are you still in here? Props off. That's success 16 by 16 stack. I have to be honest. Chuck it bought 2 of those. Both times he built those, the 2 front motors wouldn't spin. I'm thinking, if I remember the story right, that's why the Tyro 69 I had, guys, I had to give it to Chuck it. Man, if anybody deserves a toothpick, he does. And he's my brother. There he is, frown down on it. Yeah, he has some issues with them props off. Do you run them? Are you just asking about it? Because he's going to send them to me, and I'm going to try to go through them and figure out what it might be. He's thinking the pins where the FC and E flight controller pin together. So we'll see if that's the problem. But 2 of them he bought. He bought one, it did. He's like, well, I probably messed something up. I grab another one. He grabbed another one, no. Then he grabbed an HGLRC, and something was up with that one. So, which that one was okay until we go in and try to change motors around, and it just bricked itself. Like, just the CLI motors, it's like I had a Fox here, Chuck, 2 days after that tried to do that to me. I was like, no, I'm not letting that happen on that OG Chameleon. I took that thing, unsoldered everything, spun the flight controller around, said, nope, easier this way. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, if anyone, and you know that Nazgul 5 that I just had here has that Success E405 stack into it, and that's the thing I frowned upon about just a bit because of what Chuck had with the 16 by 16. But I'm thinking it's the 405 is probably a decent stack. It's probably because of those little 16 by 16 stacks. For some reason, they're hard to, I just don't know, communicate with each other. The ESC and the FC, for some reason, they're so fragile and small. The 20 by 20s, they're fine, but it seems like 16 by 16, I heard a lot of people having issues with them when they put them together. Awesome, Chris. Yeah, if you're not flying, you're definitely not breaking stuff, bro. Because if it's broke sitting there on the shelf, I'd be suspect of that. Tyler, welcome. He said, "Yeah, made it." And Chris, another thing with that is, right, when you take a break, you kind of let all your muscle memory and everything catch up with each other. And yeah, you do. You feel the difference when you come back out. You're like, holy crap, who's this guy on sticks? Yeah, I hear you, Ed. They get tiny to solder on. They really do. So how you been, Tyler? He said, Nick Ryder quad is always on point. Well, guys, it's actually 10 o'clock. I know 17 still watching. We really appreciate you guys. But me and Crystal have to run to the store, to the Rofo. But we appreciate your guys' time and hanging out with us. Sorry we've been missing some shows, but it's like when it's warm out, I'll fly. Like last week, Josh was down, so I had to fly with him. I'm like, I'm not missing out on it. We couldn't go to the Brando until like 6 o'clock, so we'd only had a couple hours. Even though it was about, still did the show because he destroyed his quad like in a half a pack. But anyway, we appreciate you guys. Have a good one. Fly, rip it, break it.
Enjoy it,
Enjoy
guys.
it. Little Adam, Crystal will definitely, like I say, get your mom to text her in the morning. She'll still be asleep, but when she gets up, she'll check it. And let your mom tell us what time that you'll be home, and then we'll try to schedule meeting up with Wayne and all around that time. Get you out and throw you in some goggles. Let's see what we do now. But guys, like I said, have fun. Appreciate your time. Peace. Chris, good seeing you, bro. Really is.
Love y'all. Have a great weekend, guys.
Yeah.